Hello Internet, this is Scott with Scott's Garage, and if you are watching this video, more than likely you have purchased a new radio for your car or truck, and it came with a reverse backup camera. And I bought this for my 2000 GMC. I'm really excited about installing it. I have a separate video on that. And it looks like an awesome radio, and it's touchscreen and all this stuff, and I'm really looking forward to a reverse camera. However, instructions were not very clear, very vague, especially when it came to the wiring. And you look at it and you see what is the video feed, the coaxial cable with the yellow, which is for video. And you see this strange red wire lead coming out of it. And then you go to the opposite end and you see the same thing here. You know, video feed with a red wire, and you wonder what the heck is that. I looked on YouTube. I found videos that really did not explain it clearly, but I have solved the mystery of how this all works, and hopefully this video will make it easier for you as well. Now, let me just say this, that these backup cameras, obviously this is on a table, so use your imagination. The backup cameras, the back of your car, they're not meant to be powered up all the time. Just the way they're built, it would actually hurt the camera to be on constantly. So they are only to be on when the car is in reverse. To power this camera, that is what the lead here, which also detaches. So basically, what powers the camera is this lead right here. You can see that it's split into two. You have red and black. The black is always the ground, so the black's going to be attached to the frame of the vehicle. That's the ground. And the red is for power, DC power side. And the way you wire this is that when you put the car in reverse, there is a wire that comes to the rear of the vehicle on each side. It splits off, and it feeds those lights that come on only when your car is in reverse. They're usually white or clear, and again, they don't come on unless the car is in reverse. So the shifter acts like a switch. It's in reverse. It sends power again to those two lights. So the camera then, that is the logical switch to turn the camera on. So when this is attached and this is grounded, basically this red lead, you want to find that wire back here that powers the reverse light, and you tie it into that. So basically then that supplies power to the camera. However, the radio itself needs to know when the car is in reverse. It needs that information. On the radio itself, there's a bunch of wires. You have constant volt battery coming in. You have the ignition battery when that's on. That's all fine. But you also, in addition, need a positive signal that the reverse camera's on. So when the camera's on, it takes over everything. So if you're listening to music, put it in reverse, the camera takes over no matter what you're doing. And so it needs to know that. And that's really where this red wire comes in off the video feed. Now, you might think these are two separate red wires, but actually it's one continuous wire that they are joined together. And I don't know the exact mechanics. I don't know if this red lead somehow piggybacks with one of the leads in the video feed. If it does, it's fine. It doesn't interfere at all with the video feed. Or if it's the red wire is simply buried underneath the insulation. But this is one wire. So that is part of the solving the mystery. So for the radio to know it's the backup lights are on, it's in reverse, the camera's on. Basically, you take this red lead that attaches to the video lead, and you're going to join that to the red lead here. That again is then attached to whatever powers that reverse light. So the light comes on, it powers the camera's on, and then the video feed, the power as well piggybacks, and it goes around, and then the video plugs in, but then this red wire on this particular model attaches to the pink wire. And that's the key. It attaches there, so a positive signal comes into the pink wire, and it tells the radio it's in reverse, so we're going to take over and only see the camera. Now, on older vehicles especially, this is the best way to go. On newer vehicles, there might be a simpler way. If you look at your dash and the wire harness that comes off the dash for the radio, in older vehicles, you are not going to find the wire that powers the reverse lights. It can be buried in the dash, but it's not going to be up here. On newer vehicles, you probably will find it up here. And if you can find that wire, then simply take the pink wire and tie it directly into that, and you won't have to piggyback. But if not, again, it makes sense. It's already powered anyway. It's just acting like a switch to let the radio know. So I hope this video takes the mystery out of those little red wires. They're not two separate wires. They're actually one continuous wire. After I install this on my pickup, I will share a link with this video so you can see the final product and how it works for me. So if you like the video, please hit like. Okay, I've decided to mount the camera right here, really on the back bumper. It's going to be below the tailgate, which I took off to put it in place. There's plenty of room there. Tailgate still fits up there. And basically it'll be protected there. And I'm going to try that for now anyway. Okay, I'm going to remove the two Phillips screws back here so I can remove the tail light assembly. And again, I'm looking for the wire that feeds this backup light. Okay, so this is the reverse light right here. The black lead is the ground. So the bright green is the power to the reverse lights. And that's what I'll look for underneath, the bright green wire. Should be easy to find. Okay, I was able to easily find that bright green wire in the wire loom here that goes to the back tail light assembly and tied into that. So I have the two red lines powered now into this. I was able to verify it with the 12-volt test light. Everything works great. When the reverse is on, there's power then to the camera and power that will go through the video line to the radio. Now the next thing we do is find a logical route. I'll use zip ties, and I will string the video feed now to the front through the engine compartment, and then I'm going to use a rubber grommet inset that's already there, inlet into the dash. Okay, I've run the video feed all the way from the back of the truck underneath. I simply followed the wires that were there on looms, just occasionally zip tied it. I was able to pull it up here. I want to avoid the exhaust manifold, so I was able to stay to the right of the main frame, pull it right up here, and here's a rubber grommet with some wires going through that goes into the dash. And I'm simply going to use a wire snake. I'm going to basically feed it through there, and it looks like there's just going to be enough wire to feed it to the radio. We'll see.